So let me share my screen. It's visible? Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
see it.
So let's move to the first one. Uh, the first issue is about supporting cron expression like 3-10, and such expression is not available now. This expression means that the event will be scheduled for at every 10 minutes, starting at 3 minutes past the hour, like 10:03, 10:13, 10:23, and further. So when we plan something with such expression, the task is absent in the cron schedule and the job is not executed. Let's go step by step. Then first of all, we need to plan a cron job with such expression 3-10, and then run bin Magento cron. And after that, actual result cron task with expression was not scheduled. And the PR has been already created for this issue. Let's check. Yes, and we have already QA report that cron task with expression with these changes was scheduled successfully. And as we can see, it's scheduled for 13:23 and
Let me just add about a little bit from product perspective. And as you know, we have a lot of tasks in Magento scheduled by some period of time. It could be like asynchronous execution, queue execution, and cron, and so on. It could be update products, do reindex, update promo rules, whatever. And previously, okay, with this improvement, with this fix, merchants actually has more like agility to schedule the updates exactly on time they want.
yeah,
So
yes, it's quite specific cron schedule. It begins from 3 minutes, and every 10 minutes a job will be scheduled.
Got it. Is this a bug? Like, is it not working correctly now, or is this kind of like a feature?
It's like a feature because actual result is not scheduled task.
Yeah,
We
in
have
general, we have the kernel that failed currently in Magento 2, but it's not a feature, it's real bug, because we should have ability and usually, and I mean, cron jobs allow to use this behavior. We don't use it in Magento 2 directly, but our extension developer can use it, and cron jobs is really important functionality from extension developer's perspective, because yeah, a lot of reindex and different stuff they do by the add cron job.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
pretty specific, but really important. And it's a bug that not that we didn't see in current Magento version, but it can exist in the future and in extension developers experience.
Okay. And introducing this wouldn't break any current functionality or anything like that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Yeah, let's do a P3 S3 for this.
okay. Thank you. Let's move to the next one. So this issue is the problem with the possibility to inline translate some phrases. Let's move to the steps. We should disable all shipping methods available and create simple product. To reproduce the issue, we should go to the stories, and once developer translate inline, enable translate inline for storefront. Then we should create a new store view or use another one if exists, and add simple product to cart. Then we should change the store view to the one created in the step 2. And then click on the Proceed Checkout button via minicart, and we see that sorry, no quotes are available for this order at this time is translatable, and we can translate for these phrases. But when we go to the home page and click on the View and Edit Cart button via minicart and expand the Estimate Shipping and Tax section, we see that this phrase are not available to translate. From one place it's available, but from the Estimate Shipping and Tax block, it's not possible. Yeah, from one section it's possible, from another it's not possible.
Got it. Okay, so this isn't changing the UX at all, like the experience is just modifying the logic to get those to be able to be translated. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. Provide the ability to translate phrase about no shipping method available.
Got it. All right, yeah, so let's do P3, S3 for this as well.
Okay, thank you. To the next one. This issue about the backup is still located in the menu after disable it. To reproduce this issue, we should go to the stores, configuration, advanced and simple, and disable backup functionality. Then clear cache and go to admin panel to system block, and we can see that block backups is present in menu, and when we move on to it, we have such information that backup functionality is disabled, and the PR has already been created for this issue.
Got it. Okay, so this is saying they want to remove that.
Yeah. From the
completely?
two. Yeah, from two.
I don't know if that is. I don't know if we want to do that. It may be expected behavior how it's working currently. Like, it's available, and then when you click on it, it just says that it's disabled. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, I'm thinking if there's like multiple.
It
Go
can
ahead,
confuse, really it can confuse customers because usually when we see some options, it means that we can use it. But in current case, we see that menu item like backups, but that are not available. So it not make sense to show it. Really, because it's confusing me as a member. If I see some buttons that I can click, I thought that I can press it and then something quick happens. I mean, it's so.
It's not like blocker, it just has the same behavior in all places, and this backup is like unique. I agree, it's not like, just additional page disable, but for all other functionality, when we disable it, sure, probably like very small improvement, but you
So yeah, so well that I basically want to make the design pattern consistent. So I think you guys are right. In other places of Magento, if you disable it, it would actually remove the whole like the whole clickable link. Is that correct, or does it do something where it still shows it, but then it says that it's disabled, or is this an anti-pattern?
In most places, if we remove some functionality, all like links, controls, UI elements are removed from forms.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So, okay, yeah, I think this makes sense then to do, I would, if you guys don't mind, actually, just could you ping one of the UX people and make sure that this is consistent? Maybe like I guess Dustin Ground would be good. If you guys could just ping him and make sure that they're okay with that. Um, I'll just ping his. If you could just ping
Yeah,
him and
okay.
double
Okay.
check. I think it's okay, but I just want to make sure before we change a pattern. Um,
Okay, I will ping
Okay.
him and send email with CC with you. And anyway, can we like set priority severity on this stage, or we need
yeah, this
confirmation?
is I think this is they're a lower than a P3 S3. Let me look.
Okay. Thank you.
S. We could do this as a P3 S4.
Okay, I will change. Okay. The next one is issue when wrong shipment ID in URL show fatal error. To reproduce this issue, we should create an order. Then we should create a shipment of the order. Then open for view the created shipment. And after that, change the shipment ID from URL. And we should use the ID which does not exist and run the URL. And as a result, the fatal error page occurs, as we can see from the video. When we change view, shipment, and in URL, change to not existing ID, for example, 3, and we got the fatal error message. For example, a proper error message should come like when changing in order ID. When we change order ID from order, we have this error no longer exists, but not fatal error message. Yes.
I struggle with this one. Like, this just seems like it's like strange behavior. Why would anyone want to change the URL?
No, probably some use case is not looks like valid from user perspective, but from code, and Vladimir, please correct me, a fatal error says that something goes really bad with our code,
Yeah,
and
can I add a few words? It
yes.
depends in general in which mod we tested. If it's a developer mode, it's one thing. If it's production mode, it's another thing. Because in production mode, if we expose the fatal error, it's really bad behavior, and usually priority of issue like that is P1 or maybe higher, depends on the case. Because we shouldn't, in any case, expose any fatal errors.
Yes. Yes.
But
When
if
we
it's developer mode, it can be lower priority.
So
yes,
is this happening in production mode?
it's happening in I check it in developer mode and default mode.
Uh-huh. So is default mode considered production mode, I guess?
Yeah, but when we go steps with order, it's more correct message that this order no longer exists, and it also with shipment and invoice. Or
Uh-huh.
This mistake has been already fixed for other place in Magento
Oh, I
code,
see.
but here it's not.
yeah, with
And
shipment.
probably we need to test it in production mode. But to be honest, I don't think it's really broke. So we're talking not about P1. I'm absolutely sure, and probably it's P3 for my perspective. It doesn't block direct user flow. It no need to find some workaround. But yes, possibly something goes bad in code, and possibly it could I don't know, block something else.
From my perspective, it's P2. Sorry that I say my things, but yeah, it's really bad to expose the total error from
Okay.
the developer perspective.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do this as a P3 S3 then. And do we have what a proper error, like when changing order? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. The next one's issue with filtering configurable product by availability of related simple products doesn't work. To reproduce each issue, we should set display out of stock products to no, and back orders is set to not no back orders from configuration. Then we should create a configurable product with at least two configurable attributes. In the example, I use the Magento sample data with the color and size options. And then send one of the simple products to be out of stock and set the rest to be in stock. Then go to storefront and filter the product listing and select the filters for both the configurable attributes to values that should result in the configurable product being out of stock. So the actual result that in the screenshot that the product is not available with the combination of size XS and color purple, for example, but it shows up in the listing when the filters are applied. So we apply two filters and size, and this product is available in filter.
Mm-hmm.
It shows like available to be bought, but
Yeah,
it's not true.
because this product is out of stock, purple and XS.
Oh, filtering product related simple. Oh, a filtering configurable product by availability. Okay, so what's the proposed fix there? Or is this an actual PR request or is this just an issue?
No, it's just an issue. I think, in my opinion of use, this product should be excluded from the filter at least, because the product with attributes XS and purple is out of stock.
Oh, I see
This
what
product is out of stock, then
Yeah, I just want to buy this product, create a filter on like any store. Oh, yes, it exists. I click and oh, it's not available to be.
yeah.
It's not sellable right now. It's like not critical, but could,
When we
point.
when we select XS size, this product should be excluded from the filter at least, because it's out of stock.
That's a good question. I'm not sure how. Yeah, that's logical, but I'm not sure if that's the expected behavior. For some reason, maybe. Well, how about if someone has like back ordering available or something like that? So like if they had back order available, you would be able to purchase it, but then, it would just be like a long, you won't get it for 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. So there
Uh,
are,
so
I don't know
sorry,
if it's super
sorry.
black and white.
As it mentioned that we should set no back order in configuration.
Yeah, we should set displayed out of stock to no and back orders to no back orders.
Oh, so you
This
already have that taken into
offset.
configuration.
Yeah.
Aha. Okay, so that's a good call. So yeah, if you have those two selected, then yeah, I agree that that probably shouldn't show up then. That doesn't. Could you do a favor for me? There's a guy working on search right now in product. Could you ping this guy? I just put it in chat and see if he can think of any reason why we should be allowing that use case. But yeah, it
Yeah,
seems to me that is a problem. And then for right now, I think just making it a P3 S3 is probably fine.
Okay.
yeah, so search and filtering is a little bit different things. I believe that in the case with search, this case is fully valid because in search we shouldn't be relevant with out of stock, in stock, and the other options we can show that are most, I mean, by the search query most related to the out query search. But filtering, it's mm, direct, I mean, boards when
Right.
we should get the result.
Okay, thank you. And the last one is an issue about failed to read session data user. To reproduce this issue, we should configure Redis server and set Redis as a session handler in environment PHP. For this issue, the PR has already been created. We can read. Yeah. To reproduce this issue, we should use Redis for session storage with default settings. And to reproduce the issue, we should log into the admin area, open, for example, 16 tabs with the order page, for example, with the order page, for example, and click the leftmost tab and right-click the rightmost tab and select reload. Reload the pages at the same time. And after that, we check the tabs after they have all loaded. And only as a result, we have that only 6 tabs will successfully load and others will have errors, such this. Attention, something went wrong. That means that 6 was successfully loaded and 10 tabs with this error.
Uh-huh.
And in the report, we have such errors that warning session star failed to read. And as I remember, the solution for this is change Redis max concurrency from 6 to 32. And
is that like, sorry, is that consuming like additional memory or like what's that actually doing on the back end? Because like to me this is a weird use case. Like you have a bunch of tabs open and some of them didn't load. Like doesn't seem like a necessarily like
yeah,
business critical thing. I'm concerned if we're like consuming a bunch of extra memory and like the performance is going to be slower or like other repercussions by changing that configuration.
I read that this case used when compare products or something.
Yeah, it's possible I even faced it during regression testing when, for example, you open 3 orders and couple of products and try to work on storefront and check in backend, and once you receive something went wrong, it's unknown issue. Not sure about proposed solution, to be honest. It's like, Ova, do you have any thoughts? Yeah.
Really not, but I think it looks like to request to the same entity. I mean, currently we try to reload the same entity. I mean, the same one order in the same time. I think if we will open a few 12 different tabs and try to reload it, we will not receive this message and we will not receive this. So it's not really use case, as you mentioned in regression or for some content manager. I think it's simulated, just simulated example. I can't imagine the real working a real error in real work. So in real daily experience. It's a little bit looks weird for me. I don't know.
And what about proposed fix? Are you think it's okay or not? I mean, technically, because like now we have 6, then we have 26, but tomorrow we have 100. I agree that business case should be clarified probably with reporter, and if we receive something like valuable or I mean some real business case, we should reconsider this issue. But it's just fix for fix, just for fix. It's yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with the fix. It shouldn't affect anything really. But yeah, as a real use case, I can imagine it.
So I propose just request additional business scenarios for this fix and explain like, sorry, we don't see like a lot of value of this, but potential risk could be. Could you please provide some business scenario? Otherwise, we unfortunately have to reject it for now, like that. Yeah, agree.
I think that's a great idea. That's exactly what I would tend to agree with as well.
Okay, so that's all for my side for today.
Cannot.
Yeah, and Igor mentioned the good things that I don't know, but someone can use this behavior. I mean that we are allowed 32 requests per one user at the same time to break out the production store. Just set up some bot and on the do the same request each time by some bot, and it can affect some stores. So someone can use it in a bad way and to broke the store.
So it's actually going to break the front end if someone has a bunch of tabs open and then
I don't think that it will break at a store at all, but it will decrease the performance of the store. If a lot of people from a lot of machine will do the same at the same time.
With the same order, I mean with the same entity, like 100 person opened order number 1 in admin, it could affect storefront. Is it correct?
Yeah, it can be. It's also so weird case, but in general it's possible.
yeah, I mean, like this is just one like to me this is an edge case. I don't see us needing to fix it. I mean, if you guys think to me there's little business value in it. I guess if we have a pull request and we don't think there's going to be repercussions from this, we can go ahead and do it. I just like to me it seems like something that doesn't need to be fixed, and then I'm always concerned with us modifying things and like you know with our monolith application, every time we change something, there could be something breaking somewhere else in it that relies on Redis that we didn't think about, and now we basically fixed a very, very edge case, and now we're breaking other areas of the application. So if you guys don't think there's any risk in this, then we can go ahead and accept it. If there's any risk whatsoever, I don't think that we should accept it. So I'll let you guys do what you want with that.
A little bit out of time, Volodymyr. Let's reconsider this issue during like dev experience triage, probably from dev perspective, and then make a decision probably.
But guys, I'm sure that we currently have set the priority and severity like before S4 for this one, and until we will now have clear description and in real use case, before S4, not
That
higher.
sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you for your time.
No worries.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.